So we're going to begin with breaking news from northern Pakistan. 8 people who were trapped in a cable car suspended 300 meters above the ground have been rescued. They'd been dangling for hours after one of the cables snapped. The incident occurred when they were above a remote mountain valley in Khyber, Pakhtunkhwa province. Kamal Hyder is joining us now from Islamabad. The reaction, one would imagine, must be of immense relief. Talk us through what the latest is on the rescue operation.
Well, indeed, relief across the country. This was a massive effort that involved not just the military, but the local expertise, brave volunteers from the local area as well. After the reports of that incident took place in the morning, spread throughout the country, there was a frantic call for helicopters to come to the rescue. Those helicopters tried frantically to reach the cable car, which was suspended on it, tilting onto a side after those cables gave way. Some food supplies and water was dropped by the military. With great difficulty, they were able to get at least one of those children out via helicopter. However, the military also asked for local help. Experts from the area who are in the know-how about how these cables operate, how these cable cars operate, were brought in. There was a huge effort, and after dark, the military helicopter rescue mission was halted, but the military is still in command, and along with the locals, then they were able to improvise a smaller trolley that was first able to get some food over to them, along with water, and then one by one were able to bring those people out from that suspended trolley several hundred feet above ground level. So indeed, a daring operation by the military, by the locals as well, and a sigh of relief across the country, because all day long, people across Pakistan have been praying for those children and their teacher who was on board that trolley or cable car. So indeed, a major rescue effort which has finally paid off.
Yeah, just as you're talking to us, we're looking at some of the pictures of the extraordinary efforts that have gone into finally getting all 8 people off that cable car. One would imagine now that in amongst all the relief, an investigation of some sort must have to be held into what actually happened and how to stop it happening again.
Absolutely. The Pakistani interim Prime Minister Anwarul Haq Kakar issued a notification putting a ban on all such basically cable cars that were operating in the area and said that there was a need for strict control. This is something that was organized by the locals because of the difficulties they face. There are no bridges to cut distances, and therefore people have to improvise. So most of the locals use this kind of transport in order to cut distance and time. This is something which is quite common in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province in Gilgit-Baltistan. And so the locals, of course, were in the know-how. They used the same cable on which that cable car was dangling to be able to organize a smaller trolley that was then able to go across and help those people. So ingenuity on part of the local people, a great effort by the military, and also now a question as to how this could have happened. Why wasn't there any local control? Why wasn't the local administration aware that these things were happening and the risk it entailed? Because it should be remembered that this particular cable car was carrying several hundred students on a daily basis. And this tragedy, of course, happening in the morning, but this, of course, has highlighted the dangers of unregulated activity. The government, of course, has to now pay attention, the Prime Minister taking notice of it as well. And everyone here will be hoping that there will be lessons learned, and not like in the past when it is forgotten and then again such activities continue once more.
Kamal, thank you very much indeed. Kamal Hyder talking to us from Islamabad.